Throughout history, tyrannical governments, from Corinth in 657 BC to the repressive North Korean regime of Kim Jong-un, have asked their citizens a silent question: are you a sheep or a shepherd? Today, we'll examine some of the ways tyrannical governments operate and the attempts made to coerce, control and manipulate its citizens. Tyranny, by definition, is a government in which all power is in the hands of a single ruler, and does not function as a representative form of government. Enter propaganda. Propaganda, the ultimate tool of the oppressor. Its intent? To promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. To paint a vivid picture of a common enemy, whether real or imagined. Such is the case with terrorism, where the enemy can be anyone or anything the government tells us it is. And we could end up fighting an invisible adversary indefinitely as our freedoms and civil liberties are traded off in the name of national security. As was the case in Nazi Germany and Stalinist Russia. From Nazi Germany's portrayal of Jews to Stalinist Russia's enemies of the people, governments have used fear and misinformation to control the masses. As has been the case throughout history, fear and misinformation has been used to alter the intentions and behavior, particularly when the action provides a solution to a perceived threat. Social media campaigns, where trends dictate truth. In today's age, media is the most powerful weapon. It can be a beacon of truth, or a tool of manipulation. For example, some social media platforms have censored, blocked or removed content they deemed violated their community standards, which usually meant any dissenting or conservative opinions. It typically begins with charismatic leaders giving speeches, citizens rallying with national flags, fervent chants, stirring emotions, all while creating divisions. The US versus them narrative, which for decades has been used by political operatives to play the age-old game of divide and conquer. And citizens who peacefully protest or dissent may be illegally detained, arrested, curfews enforced and movements restricted by surveillance cameras. And then, policies tighten. Surveillance rises, our freedoms diminish. And before we know it, compliance is converted into control. We have to recognize and challenge any narrative that does not foster freedom, promote prosperity and legitimately provides for the safety and security of America. Dissenters are labeled enemy combatants, radical, rebels or worse. The price for dissent? Often, one's very life. It's time for us to question everything because it seems the answers we've been given have been detrimental to our very way of life. Those who question, challenge, and inspire others to wake up. People like Julian Assange, Edward Snowden or Chelsea Manning were compelled by their convictions to draw attention to what they believed to be unlawful, unconstitutional and against the very principles and values that America was built on. To some, they're beacons, illuminating the path of resistance and hope. To others, traitors who violated a sworn oath. In order to not be sheep, we must educate ourselves, think for ourselves. Question narratives. Seek the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It means questioning authority and asking them why, and not settling for vacuous political platitudes. It's in conversations, communities, and collective efforts where shepherds are made. So, ask yourself today, in the story of humanity, where do you stand? In a world rife with manipulation, where does one find the truth? Are you a sheep or are you a shepherd? We hope this video stimulated some thought and discussion. If so, please support our content with a like, share and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.